Welcome back to TBTV. This is going to be episode 3 of What's in My Cart. This is going to be a special hand trap / trap edition. I was looking for things that I could run mainly in the new Yummy build. I'm trying to run it with the Purges, the Songs of Dominators, and Imperms, so I'm looking for other trap cards that I can search for or set off of Thrust if I'm going first. So I picked a handful of things here, and it was kind of cards that we were looking to like a while back. They're not really worth too much right now. It's a quick play spell, which is something I thought would be great when you're going first, because you can't use most of the other cards going first. But basically, it's just whatever your opponent has that they control face up, they can't be used to basically make anything. So this is really crazy if you're playing into a Yummy board or if you're playing into a K9 board, because they can't use the effects, the monsters that they have to Xyz summon, which I think is pretty crazy. And this card can be slept on. Some formats it's better in, but it's not really like crazy. But like, you know, I had a modern reprint, so it's pretty cheap, 15 cents a card or so. It's not that bad. There's a secret rare printing, I think, but the ultra rare seems to be just fine for how cheap it is. I don't think it's a bad card to play. It might be better than like a Context here or something. Obviously you can't use it during your opponent's turn, but you know, it's not bad. Another easy one is Solemn Warning. This one's just a good card in general because it's basically Dominus Impulse, but you know, it's 2000, so it's not too much. It negates, it destroys, it's a counter, so they can't react to it unless they have another counter trap. And it just negates a special summon or a spell or card or monster effect that would special summon a monster, which is really crazy for flipping this over for like Dracotail for like Femina or something. But I don't have these in secret rare, and it's rarity 2 printing, so I just wanted some. They're not really too high in price, so it seems like it's a decent deal. I'm currently running Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike, but I just wanted that just in case. Typhoon, which is also pretty slept on. A lot of people rate this low in like the hand trap, but you can target one face-up spell and trap on the field, destroy it. If your opponent controls 2 or more spell or traps, and you control no spell or traps, you can control monsters, just not spell or traps. You can activate it from your hand, so it's not bad. This is, I think, the original print from Dude, Dual Devastator, and it's still pretty low in price. It's ultra rare. I have like 3 other copies, but they're all like lower quality, so I want to try and get some near mint if I can this time. It's just cool. It's not once per turn, and as long as you don't control a spell or trap, so you can activate one, and then after it resolves, you can activate another one if your opponent's playing like high stuff. This is, in a sense, I think it's better than Cosmic Cyclone because you can activate it during your opponent's turn. I think it also ties into the dominance cards because this puts a trap in your graveyard. It doesn't play into talents, so I don't know. I mean, I'm going to test it out. It's cheap, you know, like 20 cents, so why not pick up a couple. The Floodgate Trap Hole. This one's a secret rare. This can be one of the higher rarities, I believe. You can get common and ultra. Common came in the Trap Trick Structure deck, I believe. They're not super high right now. They're like 60 a piece or so, so it's still not bad. Kind of ties in with Spellbound, right? So when your opponent special summons a monster, or summons monsters, you can change all of them into face down defense position. So like they summon Izuna, and you flip this, it flips it face down, so now they can summon the other dude from the field, but now they can't use that monster for anything but a fusion summon, because it's a flip face down and they can't change their battle position, so you have to either attribute it, or send it off of like Droplet or something. So this can be really good, especially for like Yummy as well. So like this card just is, it's a little slower, so that's why I think that the Spellbound might be worth more, because it's just quicker, but it's a fun card, so why not? Buy some secret rares. I think it's not that bad. That's why I think it's a little better, because you can kind of deny them the bodies but not destroy them, so they can't get them back. They'd have to tribute summon, so if you already waste your normal summon, then it's just tough. Next we're going to go to Mind Drain. Another one of the inevitable floodgates. You pay 1,000 and the effective monsters in hand cannot be activated, and so turns off all the hand traps. So like a Lingering Solemn Strike that you only pay once, it's not at 1, so you could play 3, you can side 3, and then I think this one's a common. It's not super expensive. There are higher rarities, but I just want to test it out, so we'll see. And the build I'm playing with Yummy doesn't activate monster effects in the hand or in the graveyard, so I think this is worth running. They can't reveal to activate their monsters. They can't send from hand to grave to fuse, so it turns off a lot of card effects, so I think it's worth buying them. And then onto that, we're also going to do Gravedigger's Trap Hole, which is basically the same exact thing, but it's a normal trap. So when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, which is going to be most of the decks, or a banished monster effect, so also hits Malice and stuff, or Orcus as well, now that I think about it. So basically, you negate its effect, you burn them for 2,000. It's not bad, especially for time, and it's not once per turn, so the only bad thing is it's a 1 effect, but it's not bad, and it's actually like kind of low right now for ultra rare, so I think it's worth buying. Just another thrust target, another trap to have in your graveyard. And then the reason for today's video is going to be Debunk. This one looks cool. There are high rarities for like secret. Even like these are pretty. They're kind of expensive for commons. The secret rares aren't terrible, but they're like $6 or $8 a piece, and I just want to test it for now. So this is fun. So debunk, of course, always counter traps are always going to be like the best traps in the game. When a monster effect is activated in the hand or graveyard, following a pattern here, you negate the activation, and if you do, banish it. So normally, like if you negate or destroy, it's okay, but banishing it, unless it's going to be like mouse or something that gets an effect by being banished, like that's really, really good. It's a counter trap. You're not paying any life points, you're not discarding a card to activate, you're not doing anything, all you're doing is just setting it. So this might be a really good card that I might even try to main deck it, just because it gives you another card in your graveyard for your Dominant Impulse, or so be it, right? And it is a win effect, so there's always that. But negates the activation. Most hand traps or monsters activated in the hand are going to be an effect that can be used once per turn, so it doesn't really matter if you negate the activation. Most monster effects are going to be only use, not activate. There are some occasions where like that's an exception, but not really. So I think this card's really worth buying. Like I would buy these now. You could probably even get the high rarities too. You can get the secret rares for like 10 bucks a piece. You can get the super rares, and it's not much more. Maybe I'll end up getting these. I think these aren't bad either, but you know, it's the same thing if you play common. So unless you're trying to really just get the max rarity, I just don't want to pay like 20 something dollars. I think debunk's gonna be worth it. I think it's worth investing in this card. So that's gonna be it for episode 3 of What's in My Cart. Sam and I did do a case opening of Justice Hunters. I'm gonna try to edit that and get that out as soon as I can. We had a lot of good pulls, already building Yummy. He's building Dracotail K9, I believe, so we're gonna try to post gameplay of that as well. But as always, thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more.